All right, check. Checking chickens. I guess we are ready. Guess we're ready, huh? Guess we are ready. All right, let's get in the game. What's up, everyone? My name is Brent, and welcome to Wicked Minis. How's everyone doing on this Friday? There's quite a bit of things going on. Thanks, Sanguinor, you're streaming in the worst damn week. How your time is appreciated. Yeah, it's been kind of a weird week, I gotta say. Today's the last day of my boy going to middle school. He starts high school in August. He'll be a freshman. So this is the last day. It was a little emotional there. It's a little emotional also because this was my last day of my job. And it was a long, hard 8 years, man. It was 8 years working for the family business. And I think the emotional part was more on the fact that how much my customers cared so much. It was kind of unique. And then I get to start my new job on Monday, so get a 2-day break and right back into a completely different job. It was something else. Like I never expected that. Cause like when I left the good old RC Willie and stuff like that, and I did that job for 13 years, it didn't feel like that. When I was doing this one, it was like customers had an issue that I was leaving. Yeah, it was, I don't know. It's kind of a strange feel. I never had that feeling before. And I don't know if it's just like, I kind of maybe I feel a little slightly guilty of leaving because it's a family business, you know? I don't know, but it was a little emotional today. I was sitting there, I was like, wow, I am getting literally emotional over this. Like some of my customers, they almost made me want to cry. They were all upset and emotional too. I was like, holy shit. It was going on this whole week, you know? Holy shit, you revived this bottle. I thought you cooked it with the heavy body acrylics. Yeah. Sure, their feelings there. Make it if there wasn't. It is nice to be missed a little bit. It was something else. What's up, Nemo? How's it going? So yeah, it was kind of a crazy time, and then my son comes home and he's like, "I did it. I'm done." And he has his little diploma thing of getting out of middle school. And then I was just like, damn, I'm like, I can't believe. Like all these things happening all at once. My boy will be on here ripping cards. Ollie, I want to see you smile. Like, all right, so we were working on this Sanguinor. Hands busy for a few? I bet it is. I bet your hands are busy. All right, so me too, F cheap airbrushes. I'm sick of arguing with everyone all the time. I feel very low and ready to stab someone. Coxie. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready. 7 years of prison doesn't sound bad. Fine, you missed a few streams. What's cooking in the lair? We're working on Sanguinor. Old school Sanguinor. I finished all the old school servitors. So we got a little diorama base with these guys. God, I don't think I said anything. I don't think I said anything when you got... Oh yeah, when you said that I cooked my model with the heavy body acrylics, you're like, it came a long ways, and I chuckled at that. I didn't really respond back. I'm like, you guy, I have to say the heavy body is pretty nice, dude. Feels like an early bedtime for me. You're stuffed. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to start shortening up my streams. I think I might have to close myself out at 9 during the work days. Oh yeah, smoked pork butt sounds great. H&S? What's an H&S? Hard Steinbeck, yeah. Yeah, I have a Hard Steinbeck. This is the Infinity. I think I got one coming my way. I think I have an Ultra. I think I do have an Ultra that'll be coming my way. That's the from the Kickstarter. Cult of Paints. I got a Cult of Paints. I think I got an Ultra from them. I think it's called an Ultra. I could be wrong. You have like Infinity, and then you got like another one that's somewhere up in that same kind of category. I do beat the crap out of my Iwata. I had my Iwata for sure. This is my Iwata. I have, as you can tell, you can see that it's been very well used. Probably not as much used as my my other one. Fragile, finicky a little bit, but they have. I mean, everything has its little quirks. All right, so this bad boy. It's like a painting. What's up, Tavon? Alright, so we gotta do a little bit more on this Sanguinor. Doing alright. It's been kind of a strange week, man. Like, this was like my final week of regular work. I got my job. Today was my last day of my job. It was a little emotional. It was kind of weird having all my customers being so emotional about me leaving. But it's been 8 years working for the family business. And then I got the weekend, and then I start the new job right on Monday. Just like pow, pow. I'm going right into a new job. It's gonna be nuts. So I'm going in as a, well, technicality, I'm supposed to be a welder. Yeah, who's this? New job, who's this? So I got a job to go be a welder for a plumbing and HVAC company. They're actually going to train me in being a plumber for new construction. So I'm not sitting there freaking plumbing out freaking clogged shitty toilets and stuff. Like literally new construction, like breaking ground, roughing in pipes, building up into the buildings and stuff like that, running pipes and stuff. Then the big one is that they wanted a full-time welder. I went to school for that many years ago. Had old certs, and those old certs was what got me that job. I need to go get recertified again to go running G6 pipe. Get my G6 certification in stick welding. I think I'm going to do it for MIG and TIG as well, because I know how to do both. I know how to do all three. Squashing out numbers. The numbers sounded really good for pay. And so I'll be trained as a plumber here for a couple months or so until I get my certifications back for the new job. And then, yeah, now you want to talk about underhive, dude, this is what's going to happen. So after I get my certifications, I'll be out of town like a week at a time, or maybe a couple weeks at a time. I'm not exactly sure on how that time frame works just yet, but I'm going to be welding pipes for high pressure water and gas, going into mines out there in Ely, Nevada. So that's all the way on the other side of Nevada, over on the Utah side of Nevada. I'm over here on the California side of Nevada, and I'll have to be all the way over there. So yeah, the dollar figure was good. It's time to start making some like coinage and go into like a real like career, I feel like. Man, it's gonna be on Gold Rush. Yeah, Gold Rush and stuff. That's up in Alaska. So I'm excited and I'm a little sad at the same time. Leaving the family business that was a rough one. I want to say that I'm making a good decision. But time will tell. Time will tell. But to actually use the trait that I went to school for and actually utilizing that trait without me being gone for 6 to 8 months out of a time, it's going to be pretty nice to actually kind of be local and I actually get to go home. Except for the mines, I'll probably be away from home for a couple weeks and then back home for a week or so and then go back out for a couple weeks and then back home for a week or so. Yeah, Nemo, like it's kind of weird because I don't know exactly how these mines are rolling. I've been to mines before out here in Nevada and they're just like big giant holes. Like big giant holes, like holes down, and they kind of just scrape like wherever like the 1800s like gold veins were, where they were like when they hit a vein, they just tunneled a mine just to chase a vein, and then now these new mines and stuff, they just dig the whole area out like a big giant pit. And then they siphon all that dirt. Just like Gold Rush, you know, they don't really like chase veins like inside of a mine, you know, they just like dig the whole area out and then they just siphon all that dirt and get all the gold and stuff all out of there and stuff like that. It's kind of weird what I'm gonna have to do in the mines because I don't know exactly the gameplay here because all I remember is mines being big giant holes everywhere, but maybe there's something that we have to run pipes and stuff in or whatever, but yeah, like strip mines, yeah, like that's what mostly all our gold mines are doing here in Nevada. It's a very rich state. It produces, what is it? We're like number 2 or number 3 of the world's gold comes out of here in Nevada. We're number 1 for digging out the most lithium out of Nevada. We have the biggest lithium mine in Nevada. Yeah, it's like something like that. It's like, I want to say it's something like that. I know it has to be like maybe top 5 of biggest producing of gold here in Nevada. It's weird, dude. They just dig holes everywhere. And these mines have been going on for freaking 100 years. Like just digging and digging and digging all this. Beware the lizards. Yeah. But yeah, that kind of thing. So, but that's, I'm not working for the mines, I'm doing a job for the mines. So that's what makes things nice. So I'll actually be able to come home and come back home. And then we got a bunch of jobs and stuff here. Cool thing about plumbing and HVAC is that I do have my 608 certification that I was telling everybody I was like all happy about for doing that. So they'll actually run me through the HVAC stuff as well. I can try to pull journeymans out of both plumbing and HVAC, but welding doesn't really have a journeyman's. That's just experience and certifications that I have to recertify every couple years or so. So it's no big deal. So that's exciting, that's fun. This is an interesting way of doing gold. This is a lot more textured of a non-metallic. Like Nevada has 70% of all U.S. gold mines? Yes. Hazard pay, welding pay, away from home pay, housing and food pay. There's a lot of stuff that goes involved in that. Yeah, it's something new. It's something interesting. It's something that I'm wet behind the ears about. Just really kind of hoping for the best here, hoping that I made a good decision. But then also I have like this kind of, I don't know, today was kind of a weird feeling today. I feel like, not empty, but I don't know, but leaving a family business kind of makes me feel like I failed at something, you know? And that's what's like kind of eating at me a little bit today after I was done for the day. It was mostly just the customers getting so emotional. It was hard for me not to get emotional. Like I didn't think that they cared so much, which was like that. Change it? Yeah, it isn't. It isn't. And I'm not really good at it. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. So for the next like, I don't know, this next few months, I should be all home and stuff. It's when I have to start doing that Ely project. Whenever that's gonna start. But that is a start until I get my certifications. Come see me, just selling furniture. That's awesome. Yeah, so it has a kind of a weird feeling when you're leaving something that you kind of been part of their lives for so long. You know? Oh. $15 years is a good time, man. That's a good long time. Yeah, so I have like that kind of, well, actually, you know what? When I was working at the good old RC Willie, I didn't have that same feeling, but I was not a salesperson there. I was a delivery driver. So that was probably a little bit of a different feeling. So, because I worked for them for like 13 years. Then I came over and worked for my family business for like 8 years. And then this one hits a little bit different. Yeah, it was just kind of this is a little strange. It was a strange experience. Like, I thought I was gonna be fine, but I got done with work. I was at home at like 1:32, and for like the next 2 hours, I was just feeling everything at that moment. I was like, oh my God, like, what did I do? But I have to look at the brighter end of this decision making. I mean, it was a lot of thought process in this. It wasn't just like a immediately decisive decision. Like, I was really, really like working hard on pros, cons, and everything else. And then I'm like, well, I'm not gonna know until I just do it. I just need to get in there and just do it and see what happens. Definitely a different freaking take on this. Never thought it was gonna look like this, guys. Horseshoe just coming in and lurking. I feel ya. Lurks are good too. Thank you. Alright, so this thing actually was really good experience playing around with these heavy body paints. I really wish I had my mind work ones where I can play around with the mind work ones, but I still haven't even received my Kickstarter from Mindworks. They're still playing around with trying to figure out logistics. What's up, Dragon? This one, this is Sanguinor for Blood Angels. This is the old school model. For a bit, been working all day in the sun on our site. Just about got everything set up. Nice. Yeah, being out in the sun all day, that's exhausting. That is exhausting. I was wondering what a Hydra would sound like. That's a massive night. That's a night wailing. Multiple loud hisses. A Hydra? I think a Hydra would sound like screaming cockroaches. Molo? Molohan? What's up? How's it going? You got your launch box paid for? Nice. Nice. I paid for mine too. I paid for mine too. It's an expensive box. It's an expensive box. Launch boxes going for almost $300. It's ridiculous, redonkulous, man. I was able to get like, you know, the 15% off because that's what most online stores do anyways. And I was able to use one of my $10 gift cards that I didn't know what to use it for, and it said it just automatically applied to it when I did it. I was like, ah, cool. So I got my box for $240. Did you buy Armageddon? I did. Well, at least I did my pre-order on it. Receiving it's another game there. Nice, very nice. So what org am I gonna paint first? I have no idea, dude. I don't even know when I'll even get to that box. Got so much crap to do. Whatever one you guys want me to do, I'll do it. Like the one with the butcher apron on. That's the Pain Boy. Just minus the boys. You don't want me to paint all those boys on stream? GW cooking these days, new trailer, release old games, 600 euro class for 11th edition. All right. Yeah, and then John Blanche. John Blanche is passing. A legend in the community. I thought he was in his 80s, ain't he? When did he pass away? Wasn't he like 83 or 85 or something? He did good for himself. He did good. Like a painter's journey is a long one, and if you succeed in it, you did really well. What's up, Nifty? Love this sound. I need to watch ReZero. I love that sound. That is a good sound. You got a good sound, man. Every time I hear it, I'm like, I gotta watch freaking ReZero, man. I gotta watch ReZero. All right. That did change some. Made it ultra bright, but it did change some. These are very textured, non-metallic metal. Now he's Emperor's Light. Yeah, it's just a different kind of non-metallic metal that I am achieving here. This is almost like oils. Has a little bit more of a thickness to it, and you got to really go really high in your oh, what the hell am I thinking? And your brightness, and it pulls it off really good. But yeah, this is something that I can definitely utilize and definitely add into my arsenal of painting is these heavy body acrylics. Like it just, yeah, it is like really, really bright. To an extent, I think you can probably water them down a little bit more smooth. Yes. But I was just kind of like straight tubing it, man. So they're a little bit more textured than usual. But it's definitely something that I can adapt to. The coverage was pretty good. I would have to say the coverage was really good. Now you got to say that the prime, I did have these black, but then I did shoot acrylic white over them because they were just prime black. So, and then I shot white acrylic all over it and then used the heavy bodies to achieve this. Yeah, so I felt like they covered really good. And I think I achieved, now this is a little bit more of a rougher form of my non-metallics than I usually do. But there's something here though. I know it, I feel it, and I think this feels more slop chop for me. But I believe that I can use this. Like, I think that if I take the colors that I'm normally used to for sketching in colors and then using heavy body to do the transitions, I think I'm onto something. They're very highly pigmented. So that's why I had like a good ease of getting them super bright. Yeah, I'm glad it's Friday too. I had to do all these new jobs that my father hasn't done because now my father's back to full-time work again since I was leaving. So I had to show him all the new jobs, and some of the new jobs are really big, really hard. He's planning on hiring somebody to like help pull hose and stuff so he can actually do the jobs. Which that's like majority of the hardest part of the job is just pulling that 400 feet of hose everywhere you got to go. And his idea is to he's hiring this kid out of high school. Well, he's not out of high school, he's still in high school, but at least for the summer, to pull some hose, pull the hose off the hose wheel and drag it around on these big properties I have so my dad could get the spraying jobs done. Maybe, like, there was always something that wasn't like feeling right with the family business. Um, it almost felt like I was being cheated a little bit. And it's really hard to kind of bring up points that like something's not right. Which was one reason why I was leaving. But I think that with this new job, work for it and make all the coin that I was gonna do. And I could fall back and just buy like the route that I built the last 8 years here and just buy the route off of the company itself. And then just run the business that way. Because my older brother, he has the rights to the business. I do not. That's another one that was kind of like, what do I do there? But my brother has he has a pretty large route too. But I was feeling like I could probably just buy the route that I've been doing, is buy the route off the company and then just run it how I see fit. I could. I definitely could. We'll see how it goes. I'm not 100% on how this is gonna work, but the hard part is getting workers. The hard part is getting workers. And getting workers licensed. And making sure that they stay with you. Like, I hate GW. I love all their crap. We are all in the same boat there, dude. Like this one here, just for that Armageddon box, dude, it was freaking. Luckily, I was able to use one of my $10 gift cards, but still, like $240 is hard to choke down on a box, dude. Man, I do agree with you. The friggin'